waiting for another match to get going. We have AnAverageTransGirll, otherwise known as Amelia, versus Lakehope2. To go through their records quickly, Amelia has 16 to 35 records. Best win is 10:42.12. Average win is 14 minutes 38. Meanwhile, Lakehope, 6 and 15 record, 11:22.99. Average win is 15:34.08. So both of our races in the blood tier. So yeah, should be a competitive match. I can now swap to the view. Both races are online, so there is no delay on my end. I'm happy to get going when they're ready. Loots I do need to clear actually. I have not cleared them last time. Time I need to reset. And we wait. Hope everyone's having a nice day. Just triple checking everything's set up right. Yeah. Okay. Looks like we're gonna get going. Mods active. Looks good to me. Well, it actually looks like they were fine when they first jumped in, but doesn't matter. They're ready now. They have odds. They're readied up. I'm getting going. 1-1. Could be. No, it's a quick exit. I was wondering I might have a secret chest in, but no dice. Oh, they have on Amelia's end found the blood shop. I would have probably just waited on Lakehope's end just in case there was anything good. I think this might be worth going back for as regen ring. It's a bit weird. The staff is not necessarily a bad pickup, but the ring is definitely the highlight. And gives you so much permission to push later that I might have considered. Oh, now I think you do reset. That shield spell is too strong as well. I think I'd take the time loss here and just make sure I have parity with my opponent, because again now Amelia has so much authority to push here. You know, they need their armor still, etc. So you know, we're not done. We're not quite ready, but it's a lovely head start. This harp's an interesting pickup on Lakehope Center. Meanwhile, need to line up the appendages here to get the fight started, or the second phase started. And did manage to, nicely done, but it's going to be a slightly slow fight because there are no base damage boost. This harp can do its work on its own, but nicely handled. They got the flawless. Let's see what's in this black chest. And that's a nice weapon. Okay, good. So I will sort of re-emphasize. I think this does slightly lean into Amelia's build. That's a nice weapon you can push with as well. Yes, did see that. Yes, the torch was an interesting option there. I can see why in terms of just avoiding those nice surprises, but you can't rely on the clay monkeys later, so do lose a bit of a sort of backup option. But yeah, that's true. Well, Amelia has no torch either, do they? Or was it glass that just got broken? I can't quite remember. This is a shrine room. Could get a map here, but no bomb, so need to find some way of opening it up. Yeah, okay. So I did have Glorch, but now has Bright Torch. It's bright. Yeah, no, the other one's luminous, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, okay. Interesting. On I only just noticed the media that they actually took the gi, so that's gonna be yeah, that ring of regen will help a bit. But you know, one tag from a shielded skelly, you might be a bit of trouble. Or might be dead. So let's hope they can run that. Definitely risky. So I'm sure they'll try and find the first transmog. Well, there you go. There's a chance to get out of it if they want to, but nope, they're going to run with it. They're confident with it. I hope that's not misplaced, but we'll see. Risky. I made my bad microphone made it sound like that, but yeah. Could bomb here for the map. I wouldn't hate it. Could obviously bomb here for the so could even use it and then go for the minus cap, but I don't know. That would be probably too risky with this build. No, very much too risky with this build. And no area fact. We'll say, although everything I've said around Amelia having that ring of regen, etc., not really caught up with it yet. So Lakehope's really just pushed on with their pretty basic build. Not wasting too much time, honestly. That's slightly awkward. Oh, it's a bit awkward. Might you want to heal up. Got a heal spell if you want to use it. Nicely handled though. Really, you know, lots going on with enemies teleporting all around, but did manage to sensibly prioritize the enemies. But you see a swarm for Lakehope. It's going to be twice as dangerous for Amelia with this build right now, but they are using their shield nicely just to mitigate some of that danger. I wonder what's going to be in this mimic. That's a obs. I probably would say, yeah, if you're going to keep gi, maybe you do just keep this titanium. You probably want that consistent damage to make sure something will die versus losing a beat at the wrong moment and losing all your damage output. But I'm sure still keen to get out of this when they can. Well, out of the key, so we might want to find an alternative damage up at some point. But meanwhile, Lakehope, yeah, still pushing on well. They dealt the boss nicely. They didn't get much reward from that purple chest. I think we're a little disappointed with this charisma ring, but no, exactly. The regen it's been quite wasted at the moment with this gi. You can take a hit from a base white skeleton perhaps, but you really have to pick your foes that you're going to take any chip damage off, and that's easier said than done. Well, yeah, that is a judgment call. I you know, a rapier you can get away with 2 damage with. I would argue, with the lunge. So I don't know. It's a weird weapon where like I get wanting that extra point of damage, but I think probably the best scenario having 2 points of damage is with a rapier. But they managed to get off gi to this leather armor, so it's in a very slightly safer position. But this armor's still basically paper, so better, but definitely not solved. But has closed the gap a little. about a floor's difference here, but will be Lakehope who's going to... Oh, I don't think they saw that skelly there. Sorry, that warlock there. That was a bit dangerous, but got away with it. It is into Conga as Amelia just looks to wrap up for free. Well, trying to get through for free is a bit dangerous. Nice use of shield. Realised they had it at just the right moment, but really needs to use that heal spell. They did good, but definitely has to like back off a little here now. Just can't quite push as aggressively with that one hit remaining. This wall picks it awkward, nicely handled. And yeah, we see the repercussions earlier of these monkeys, so can't use these to speed up at all, but probably wouldn't want to right in this situation. Nicely handled. Yep, the wall pig doing the job. Going to take this opportunity. I might take that opportunity to swap the armor. I think you know you got to push, so I think give yourself some margin, even if it takes a few seconds. I think you'd make up the time by having the extra safety, but we'll see if it matters as we enter. Well, Lakehope has just pushed on further. To be fair, doing really well. Like they've not really, they have not really had any armor this game, but have kept their health up pretty well. We'll see if it becomes a problem. Yeah, that lack of armor is the only concern in my mind. The other concern actually is they haven't got a method of digging the stage. To be fair, well, I was going to say Amelia doesn't, but they do. They have the blood drum. So, but though of course they'll need to keep themselves healthy enough. But with that ring of regen, they should in theory get like a couple of hearts of health if Dead Ringer doesn't go off the rails. So should at least have a shot here. Whereas Lakehope's going to have to do some butt puzzle, I think, unless they get a nice draw from this chest shortly. This ring is also a little bit weird, but has worked out. That's not what you want to see. So we're into butt puzzles here, which could take a little bit of time. So this could be Amelia's opportunity. They also just wasted the throw charm, so can't have a free throw at Necrodancer at any point. Yeah, easier said than done though, we'll acknowledge. They need to get the weapon too for Dad at some point. Looks like they're going to go for it now, but this is it could end up pretty close. They can use their bomb shortly now on Lakehope's end, so now can go for it. But I mean, it will. I mean, they might need to be more aggressive there. If they could tank the turnip pit and just gone for it. Nice block the shield there to save Cadence from a thwack. That was not a nice hit though from the black skeleton, so suddenly in a bit of danger on Lakehope's end. Fortunately, a green dragon here. No, that's unfortunate. So it's actually immediately taking the lead here. They managed to better deal with Necrodancer. Oh, they have, but oh my god, I just saw that coming. I really did see that coming. I literally had to say, well, Amelia died obviously, and then I was really worried about Lakehope, and unfortunately they have also died. Lakehope, one heart, and unfortunately getting tagged by, I think it was just another skeleton. So this is a rerun. Now, who can remember the map best, and who can remember, like, now this is another example where I don't know if Lakehope is screen watching or not, but I don't understand why they're not going for this blood drum and going for this ring. I think you have to go and get that ring. It would make their run back so much better, especially where now you know where the armor is. Now you know what other options are available. It should be in your advantage to be able to sort of map out, where I suppose map out its usefulness, and I suppose to be fair, there weren't a lot of armor options, to maybe use that ring in tandem with, but obviously they didn't search every single shop either. So yeah, I just think that shield and regen ring is such an advantage to have, and Yeah, giving it up twice is a interesting call. But anyway, we'll see what happens as we enter Coral Reef. Let's see if they can fall to it again. They did a very good job last time with this harp. I have to remember what was in the chest myself. I can't remember who was in here. I don't think it was anything brilliant, if I recall correctly. Didn't remember seeing the ballet shoes before. Oh yeah, no, that's rapier. Yeah. So that's a good pickup. I mean, commentators failing at mapping is not a great outcome, but that's unfortunately what you get. As slightly awkward boss room, nice use of the blood drum just to deal with dragon fairly quickly. And it looks like Lakehope is basically going to do almost the exact same run back again. I wish I can remember. Oh, I think I was the shrine room, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, and they have no bombs again either. So yeah, because this is the other thing too. They know they're not going to get enough bombs in this run, and they have to do butt puzzles again. So I think you've got to identify somewhere where you're going to solve that problem. And yeah, this is the zone normally where you solve that problem. You normally get more things to pick up. So let's see. Well, yeah, and obviously on yeah, that's another reason. Back to my point earlier about taking the blood drum. No bombs are at such a premium here, so I would be, yeah, again, just no reason I think you sort of had to go and get that blood drum in 1-1. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we did see Art Dagger not picked up by anyone. I sort of get that. It's obviously a slightly more dangerous weapon, especially without any armor. But yeah, I think a sort of player's preference really. You know, that titanium rapier is very good as well. Media, meanwhile, sort of back at the shrine room again and just basically running back their build. Let's see, I think we get out here. Probably just use your shield here. You can tank this damage. Can't quite remember if the boss that's coming up might want it. Maybe that's why they're a little bit reluctant. But there's some proper armor. So this armor is going to be quite a big difference maker for Amelia here. They can really now actually use that regen ring versus the last one when it was so stuck in that gi. Okay, we get some. Okay, they want to swap to electric dagger. That's a fair enough swap. Yeah, just take that trapdoor. Good. Minus cap pickup on. Oh, sorry. Minus cap pickup and courage ring pickup on Lakehope side. So this is going to be a very interesting run for them. Suddenly, I would have loved it if they picked up that chainmail. But definitely can't say it's not very fast if they survive this. Yeah, would love to also the shield pickup for this as well. Just cover you in case you lose multiplier or lose a bit of courage protection. So yes, this could be tricky, but we'll see how they get on. Yeah, and also to your point, yeah, the lack of foot protection. So just don't go slipping around here. But curse potion, you should take that. Yep, good. But also use those shield tomes. Don't think about those shield tomes. They can save your life. Good idea to check this. Blast helm is a nice swap. You should swap. Yes, I agree. Nope, don't want to swap. I think I would have taken that blast helm, especially in that position where you try and protect your health. Because you really don't want to take hits, obviously. You don't want to lose max health. So you might have had to just see some safety there, but see. No, it's just the feeling too that a courage ring is probably gonna help me fast enough here, but it is a wild ride, and it is going to be fun to watch. I definitely don't deny that. But yeah, I don't think I play. Quite remembering they found that ring of charisma and forget. Oh, Lakehope! They were taking so much chip damage. It does look nicer, and I think we've just seen that evidence. But we have seen, of course, them die with a similar build. I will say that obviously that arm is such a difference maker. You know, they did eventually get the leather armor last time, which is some protection, but chainmail's not great, so it's still a significant step up from that leather armor. So I feel much better about their position this time. Nice use of the shield spell again, just to deal with this room. Yeah, and that's absolutely true as well. Like, I wanted, so not right. If Media wanted that minus cap, yeah, this build would actually be pretty decent with it. So you could take the chip damage. You got the arrow effect attack from the lightning. That was slightly weird. Telemonkey was a net loss in terms of distance, but it could have been positioned worse. Berserk here? Can you berserk your way? Yeah. Unfortunately, the coffin was not quite healthily lined up, but nicely handled. No one's not taking the opportunity yet to get the leprechaun. Let's just hope that doesn't buy them at any point. Can't actually remember if they got it last time or not. Nice use of berserk just to deal with Conga. Could have berserk to. No, that's good. I was going to say he could berserk the throne, but of course, the lightning dagger is so good anyway at dealing with all those zombies. So no, probably ever so slightly slower. My suggestion. So on to zone 5. It's actually not slowest run at all in terms of this this iteration of it, but yeah, could be on for like a 10-minute time here if they don't slow play. They're obviously within their rights to slow play. And encourage them to have a little look around. Bomb spell. This time they have the bombs, so can play that also a little bit safer when they get to the next dance fight. Oh, a bit awkward, very awkward. This has actually now become very, very awkward. They got really tagged by that dragon. Just have to hope they don't come a cropper before the end of this level, and then they'll get at least a heart back. No, I think leave that alone. No, not a huge amount of help at this point. Just want safety here. I wonder if I'll go try and shop for food. Uh-oh, yeah. That's the one thing I was going to say. It's like, yes, you can get sort of food shopping, etc., but obviously you can also just hurt yourself, so you've got to be a bit careful. Should use a shield here, just to get nice. And you also got the guaranteed kill on those on the conductive floors, so they're gonna get out of here. They're gonna get half the half back, but definitely not out of the woods. And this didn't go great last time. I'm curious to see what they do here. Okay, blood drumming here, but they've lost. Okay, you can use berserk. Nice kill. Only thing I will say is they've lost half a heart of health here, so I think it could be like a Black Rider skeleton hit. Could kill them in one. So I just want to, yeah, just worry in their behalf. But we'll see how this goes. Meanwhile, on Lakehope's end, they're just making the run back. They actually doing quite a nice job, but didn't pick up the armor again. So it's always such a risk. But We'll see how they get on. Meanwhile, Amelia just sort of trying to sort of clear distractions before they really get the second phase going. Yeah, I'm going to nice use of the shield here. So this should mitigate at least some of the concern around their health. Yeah, Paseo was also building up that sort of shield time by just delaying the fight. Yeah. One more hit then, and they have done it. Well done. Second time's the charm. 22, 57, 24. So that was a fairly long game one, but you know, those who joined a little bit late, they literally both got to Necrodancer and died in Necrodancer. I think basically both with like 2 hits remaining on Necrodancer, so it was wasn't even like they died early, etc. It was to the wire. Amelia dying first, and then Lakehope shortly afterwards. And then Lakehope unfortunately dying again in their second run. But GG's both races. It was a good race. Certainly dramatic. I'm going to reset the timer. I might just very briefly drop. I'm just going to put my headset on charge. So just in case you don't hear me for a moment. Okay, here we go. Where is so? Yeah, they're just talking about the race. Yeah, it's both reacting to their unfortunate Necrodancer deaths. The match is just getting going between Cavalca and Rjri. No core fight yet, just a catcher. But, just mentioning in case anyone is wanting to cover that. But I'm obviously continuing with this one. Braces have readied up though. Off we go. Crate, but nowhere obvious to break said crate, so probably not worth time investments. Unless they find some, yeah, no possible boss even to open it really. Something on Amelia's end, but sounds like they solved it. Trying to deal with from both sides, and they're going to move on. No obvious sign of blood shop yet. We'll see if that comes up. Electric dagger. That's a nice early item. Always have to see one of them. Minotaur. There is. Oh, okay. I was going to say on Lakehope2 where it made sense to try and bait the Minotaur, but that has gone. Both players actually not taking that opportunity, so I think I actually agree with the call here. Okay, well that's. I know, unfortunately, Amelia used her bomb too quickly, so couldn't bait that Minotaur. Well, we hadn't seen the Minotaur yet to bait them, and so couldn't. You know, you had to basically do a knife throw kill there to see if you could kill the Blood Shopkeeper, and both players seemingly deciding they didn't want to take that risk. So no issue with that. So neither player got a blood drum here, which would be only a little bit of. Well, we'll add more importance to the bombs they're going to need. Just use Onyx Star cleverly, like, yes, nice. Gonna farm Leprechaun. That was good timing with that skeleton. Well, good timing in one sense, probably maybe bad timing in the sense of being able to milk that skeleton for as much value as, sorry, milk the leprechaun for as much value as you might want. But they do have the charm. Nice flawless on Coral Rift. Fireball spell, this is a reward, not bad reward. I don't mind just going and seeing what that shop was. It seems fairly close and probably could. I don't think it'll be too much of a loss of time. Nice throw of the dagger. I think it saves you like 3 beats, but yeah, I suppose use it when you can. Of course, that's next time they throw the dagger. We went a spirit spawns and you get trapped and picking it up. Dragon Faithful fire, unfortunately for Lakehope, so in a slightly sticky spot all of a sudden. That's what happens though you have no armor. Oh, that's a cracked wall. What's in here? I think you might take the ballet shoes just in case. Okay, Ring of Becoming. Well, they're both in the same situation then. I do appreciate the drama. We'll see what we'll see how that works out for both players. But of course, if they can find that transmog room, it's going to be a huge reward. No interest in sunglasses for Lakehope. It's unfortunate. Well, I suppose they got their free damage already, so not necessarily as critical as it could otherwise be. It is a brave move from Amelia. I definitely don't disagree. The naked baby. Whereas, yeah, Lakehope did find that Ring of Might, so definitely running a safer build. We've got a dash spell. There is a shovel there. I would probably just take it. Better than nothing. You got 700 gold to spare, but here's your solution to the lack of blood drum as well. Okay, we're going with whatever ring this was because Lakehope did step on a trap. Okay, I got. All right, Amelia does not want to get out of that ring. I suppose they do have a margin of more safety with this freeze spell. Whereas Ring of Gold. Okay, so I mean, I'm glad. Well, I suppose maybe I slightly agree. Maybe I think it's not worth having, but I'm thinking it might be worth having anything over this baby ring. I'm not sure. No obvious point where this transmog opportunity. Yeah, nowhere obvious where this transmog opportunity is going to come from. So I feel like at this point it might be for the memes, but could pay off, of course. No interesting swaps here. Also, the blast helm's another low element safety. You can obviously sort of iframe with a bomb explosion at the right point. So, in theory, if you know what you're doing and can react fast enough, like we just saw there is the transmog room. Will Amelia see it? Yes, they will. So this is the opportunity to get out of the ring. And they have the Ring of Wonder. So that is going to be a nice upgrade for them. And fair play for them pushing that build, surviving the Naked Ring, and now, of course, they're going to reap the rewards. What a gamble, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, they could take Mild's armor. That's a well, yeah. the swap to glass is not a bad swap necessarily, but yeah, it could have been it could have dealt with Ops armor pretty well. I would probably take. I probably would have kept that freeze spell, but Rachel's opting for Pulse and Fireball on Lakehope's end. Yeah, Amelia had kept that freeze. I mean, especially the Frostwing, you would get some synergy, but they've made their choice. Just feel like Pulse does become a little bit harder to use at this point. You've got no very limited opportunities to use trapdoors, but obviously you can find other opportunities, but just a little bit harder. This is a busy room. There's no reason I like freeze, just so you could really go through and just not quite have to worry about you have to dance around everything, but there we go. But it is neck and neck, so these races are very close. Both have plenty of bombs, so no worries about Necrodance later. But so no, someone could have taken the Blood Shovel for a slightly faster stage day, but I think it was on Amelia's end, but didn't want it. But it is Amelia with the lead, who's going to take on Fortissimo in Holy Moly. Nicely posted one shots on Lakehope's end. I think both skipping the chests, no time for flawless chests anymore. I think is that one sort of extra 1 point of damage is also just helping Amelia out now with that Ring of Wonder. No other sort of damage up available for them or for Lakehope, so we'll get the freeze kill. Oh yeah, night and electric kill, that also works. Freddy was being a little bit aggressive on Amelia's end, but I think just managed to get away in time. But this is better mapping from Lakehope, so they could take the lead back here. Nice use of Fireball. I think, yeah, I can quite work out better mapping, or just Amelia did get a little bit more distracted, but it is going to be, well, it's basically neck and neck here. This is going to probably come down to Necrodance again. They briefly forgotten Lakehope's end. They had the Frost Ring, so could have two-shotted that dragon. But it is it's going to be Oblivion by those things. Ooh. I had to like sort of make do with the blast helm there just to get Dead Ring and shit, but it is literally neck and neck. There is a, I don't know, I guess it's slight stream delay, but no, not really. It's pretty perfect. So this is going to come down to who can get better teleports, who can get better lures, and it is the other advantage is to Amelia. I think Necrodance are getting a little bit away from Lakehope, so getting a bit of luck with these teleports. That's better. But it is not the best teleport for Amelia. This is Lakehope. Lakehope takes it. That last Necrodancer teleport was just so much better for them. Was not as fortunate on Amelia's end. But yeah, really good game from both players. Oh no, wait, it is Amelia. No, there was more stream delay. I think 10:24, 10:27. Yeah. It was more. Yeah, I thought I was looking at a corner and the RTA looked pretty close, but yeah. I'll check again later. But that is going to be another loot on their end then. Yeah. Good game, both players though. Wait, is that true? Yeah, sorry, there's a bit of discussion in Discord about who actually won. Yeah, okay, so it's a bit weird where it seems yeah, oh sorry, it's RTA, isn't it? Yes, the Lakehope did win. Sorry, yes, I was getting confused between the two times again. So yes, sorry, it's Lakehope who won that. Their RTA was 10:39. Immediate was 10:41. Yes. Yeah, and unfortunately, yeah, it was a bit weird too because the players had basically immediately managed to dot D first before Lakehope, so was actually also reported wrong. All sorted though, they managed to change the winner. So that is 1-all. My confusion is I finally sorted. I have to remember to check the bottom time every time I see the screen. But that was such a good race. We'll wait for race 3. I think they're still slightly decompressing after that. Lakehope's going to take 5 minutes, so just have to keep ourselves busy for a few minutes. Yeah. I think I had some. I think especially when there's one run, I think that sometimes is a slight difference of scene, but in terms of load times, I suppose affecting that run. But yeah, I suppose there's no perfect way of guaranteeing the times are going to be completely perfect or completely fair. Yeah, it's incredibly. Yeah, respect the line of taking that baby ring and making it last because yeah, definitely high risk, but it was high reward. Okay, well, they said 5 minutes. Actually, seems more like 2 minutes, so don't have to wait too long. So this will be the deciding leg of the set, which is always exciting to see. This shows 2 evenly matched races. And I can't really call who's going to take this one. So but we'll wait for the seeds to be added. Bit of discussion going on about Amelia's various skins in their race room. But Lakehope has readied up Amelia is also ready up, so we are ready to get going. And this is going to be decided of the set, so let's see where this goes. We're off. One. Monkey chase it. Oh, why you got to deal with your monkeys before you open the door? Is monkey on the other side, unfortunately. But okay, like Amelia's line more, they have kicked over the barrel. Will be slightly rewarded here. They can heal up before taking the they can heal up after taking the blood drum here. But both players taking the blood drum this time. Oh, I said that, and unfortunately, Lakehope taking an early death. But this is the time to die. It's absolutely the time to die. So they're going to go again. See if they can do it this time. Again, okay. This time it looks like they are going to go and kick over the barrel. So we'll get some healing after this. Meanwhile, Amelia can just push on. They did manage to successfully kill the blood shopkeeper. Now, if I were them, I'd be using the. Oh, this is awkward now. Just make sure you're not standing next to the shop. Okay, yeah, fine. Nicely handled. I mean, the food shop, meanwhile, on Amelia's end handled. They have the glutton charm and a bit more health. So if I was going to say if I was them, I would have taken the bomb spell and bombed them using that, knowing that you have to cheese to heal yourself with. Fine in the end, just got a bit caught out with that Snowbro. There's that barrel for Amelia. No obvious. Well, they have the health budget. I think I would have just blood drummed and attacked that barrel with a knife. You never know what you're going to find. It could be an item, could be a big item, so I think it'd be worth it. But that barrel's going to remain a mystery unless Lakehope does. You're in. Let's see you. Good match earlier. Snowbro doing a nice job on the dragon. Snowbro also doing a nice job on Minotaur. Lakehope also not interested in blood drum in the barrel. I'm so interested to know what's in it, but maybe that's just me. I've got the health budget to do it, so yeah. But anyway. Nice handling of Coral Rift. Let's see what weapon they get. They get a titanium broadsword. Sorry, longsword. I think that's a small upgrade. Definitely better than a base dagger, but won't want to keep that long term unless they find a courage ring or something. You can hit that barrel down if you want to, but again, I don't think they're interested. They even have the bomb spell to use, so yeah, I see I think they just got a bomb spell back because they were using it with Coral Rift. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate on Lakehope's end. Trying to start this fight and use the Snowbro to their advantage, but got a bit caught out with when the Snowbro freeze effect stopped. So unfortunately took a hit. So go lose out on that weapon. Not the worst weapon to lose out on. Music stopped playing? I have no idea why. Literally no idea why it stopped. Anyway, getting the shopkeeper for the titanium rapier. So that is definitely a better weapon. The con has been, of course, killing that shopkeeper. So hopefully they don't need anything later. I would like to have just seen them take that, or just pop the Gigantism scroll. Why not? It's free. Would help you out a little bit here. But we're on to Deep Blues. Free spell doing its job here, and sorry, the Snowbro doing its job there, and can get a heal spell. So that's going to be some regen. as they progress into Zone 3. So, only advantage in terms of pace, Amelia. I'll say I think the weapon advantage is definitely on Lakehope's end. If Amelia doesn't find a better weapon, it might be enough of a difference to catch up with. Let's hope that Teleportation Crown is used in a good way versus lose a minute way, but I'll have to wait and see when that gets popped. No use here, of course, but nicely handled to deal with the king. Can also take the heal spell. That's a wise choice. Nice stay heal as well. But it is a 2-floor difference, so Amelia's not slowing down. Has found a nice armor upgrade. That's good. So can now, have some regen. So definitely in a position to push a little harder. Probably want a weapon that just lets you move a bit more to push with. Yeah, I think this first race of the 3 we really had a good armor solution pop up that isn't sort of quite low chainmail or gi or leather armor. So yes, a little bit unusual. Normally someone finds a better armor upgrade somewhere. One thing no player really has is a great way of clearing large groups of enemies. There's the crown gone. Yeah, not sure why we bombed for cheese, I agree. That did seem a little bit unneeded. Actually, probably do prefer Amelia's angle where they took the strength charm, and that does get that sword up to 3 damage. So we'll have to do more bosses, of course, but especially with this regen ring they now have as well, I think is the better outcome. No interest in that Shrine of Darkness. That seems wise to me. A bit too late for it. But this is pretty much neck and neck. I have to say, Lakehope is doing a nice job of catching up, but didn't find that armor, so they're at a significantly higher risk. And no regen either, so we'll say if they remember they have this. Yeah, cool. I was going to say, remember if they have this gluttony, they could take that health, and they have done. Nicely handling the groups of enemies there. I was a bit worried that Monkey would sort of really derail their time, but did manage to prioritize that right. Not to get teleported away. But this is good. Yeah, this is now. I mean, like both races just pushing a little bit harder with the builds they've got. Yeah, no leprechaun for Lakehope, unfortunately. They've got, as they were clearing out the sort of boss room, they've got too many other enemies to deal with to worry about leprechaun, unfortunately. But who needs luck, eh? Just needs skill. Oh, Amelia! Yeah, Amelia really was smoothing. Yeah, I don't know if he saw his potion, unfortunately, but just the sort of bad luck of one brood versus another. I don't know why Lakehope's not going for it. Maybe they've just seen now that. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. What? Go for the potion. Go for the. Okay. I like this. I like this work of encouraging. Okay, we got there. See, I think they might even try to get a bomb spell back. So maybe that's all it was. But I mean, you have 7. I don't think you have any worry about bombs. But there we are. They have managed it. Mummy's dead, so just need to deal with his coffin. And it is Fortissimo. I feel like we've seen the same boss, same order, pretty much the entire set. Especially Coral Rift and Fortissimo. But anyway. They can slow players a little bit more. I sort of hope they do, especially in the armor front. But I don't think they have. Yeah, I think they killed the shopkeeper earlier for that weapon, so their options are considerably more limited in terms of finding that better armor. Careful, yes, I was a bit worried about they sort of close to not counting for those extra enemies when that wall came up, but did deal with it. But it's 5-2. Meanwhile, media is sort of slow playing this on their end in terms of just knowing the gap is quite wide, so they can just sort of see if they can find that leg up on the build in case Lakehope dies. That is looking a bit unlikely, especially with that extra potion, but I don't think we've seen completely clean Deadringers today, so definitely a factor that could crop up. Let's see how this goes. This boss room being a little bit annoying. Plenty of sort of bitty enemies and that sort of damage threshold, just not one-shotting them too easily, but did do it. This is a good blood drum. I think they're just going to lure, sort of with Snowbro going, what they were going to do. I think they've got a bit off. I think that Snowbro sort of took them all a bit off the rails, but in a way they're just dealing with this, just doing Deadringer's job for them at this point. I think I would like just to have cleared out those skellies, but we'll see if this matters. Okay, I think they've got this. Yes, nicely done. Seems like it. I'm not sure that strat's going to quite join the book yet, but we'll see. Perhaps it's a work in progress. That's what I'm going to call it. I think that's a good name. Hakan. It worked. There was hitless. It'll take a bit of time, but we are on to phase 2 of Necrodancer. Media doing the best pushback. Actually getting a little bit swarmed here. This is not the best zone 2 for them with their base dagger. I think they must not have managed to flawless their boss fight earlier, so they didn't get their weapon swap. Obviously didn't want to go for that rapier either, but nicely handled from Lakehope. So that's going to be their win. Another great race. You can sort of see how much they were pushing one another, especially in that zone 4. And unfortunately, Amelia was the casualty. Probably a weird one too, where if they saw this potion that Lakehope did, maybe they might have been able to carry on. Probably just one of those slightly unlucky ones where arguably Amelia taking the right route to be going from above to the boss, whereas Lakehope sort of went bottom and then horizontal, which can be a bit risky with the wrong dragon. Why pause again? I don't know if it's something I must be doing slightly touching. Anyway, here we go. Right, I'm going to move on to core. No one else taking it. Yeah, I'm going to core Rjri, Cavalca. Nope, I spelled that wrong. I have the names truncated because I'm streaming, which makes it slightly harder. Why can't I? Now I can't remember how to turn off stream. Oh, there you go. No, I'm going to turn off stream with you. Oh wait, sorry, that's how I get. Yeah, I misspelt. Why to the J? Yeah. Sorry, thanks, Cavalca. They got to remember. Yeah. So I'm getting there. I think you must know me right now. 6 weeks, 3 times. Yeah. Let me get the alternative Kaja up here. Let me just change my stream info. Let me just change the names. Loot goes away. This loot goes away. Right, great. There we go. Looking forward to this set. I am in a Discord booth with anyone who does fancy co-cause, but no pressure or anything. Oh, no, got these the wrong way round. Really? Oh yeah, okay. I'm guessing I can just change the gadget link, but yeah, there we go. That. Yeah, good idea to play yourself. There we go. No worries, Rjri. I still need a pronunciation guide with people's names because sometimes I feel like I'm not pronouncing them right, but please correct me if I'm doing it wrong. I do see you have RJ for short. I mean, it's you prefer RJ, I'll go with that. But you can go through the stats quickly as the races are readying up. Cavalca, 34.29. Best win 9.22. Average win 11.48. Rjri is 14-7. Best win 8.36. Average 10.16. So Rjri probably the slight favourite in paper with the fastest best win and average, but I think to be honest, both races pretty evenly matched. No worries, Amelia, happy to call. Hope it's useful to watch back. Oh, whoops, well, I hadn't noticed we started, so... Ah, okay, I did not know that. I will... No, thank you, yes. I need to actually get the window back up. Okay, great. So I saw Rjri, and I saw about 40 seconds ago, and saw Rjri had a run going, but I saw before they were practicing, and because the other stream hadn't started yet, so I was thinking we weren't going, but we are going. Early enchant spell from somewhere. Didn't actually see where it came from. Interesting choice. You could have kept that spell if you wanted to try and get a better dagger, especially on Rjri's end when they saw what Cavalca got from it. But deciding to pop it, deciding the Ring of Frost is the best choice. I'm not going to do timer now. I thought you were going to start timer either. Timer, unfortunately, you'll have to see on screen because I'm not going to try and make it catch up. But it is Cavalca who's first into Deep Blues. Deep Blues with daggers, slightly annoying. This could take a little bit of time just to take care of. I mean, they could have pushed for the boss, or for the king, sorry, and probably will do now. Yep, nice handled. Just had to navigate a sensible way there. Rjri is going to do this a bit quicker though, and going to get a Earth spell. I think I copy. They are. I think that might have been. Well, it's a weird one where when you see your opponent get an Earth spell, you probably think you need that Earth spell too. But I think we've been checking black. It's a good weapon, this dagger, but I don't think you want to keep running with it too long. But we'll see if we can make it work. Hargreaves and Torch. some useful mapping and a little bit of defense. Again, I think neither is sort of super permanent option necessarily one. The torch is probably fine, but the Hargreaves definitely better boots available. And we're going to take the Shrine of Darkness. Yep, Rjri did. So they're going to have a good advantage of mapping. Probably praying for a transmog shop somewhere. Hello, there's some boots of pain. What if now they've had some food? Yep, they are going to take it now they've had some food. Unfortunately, can't take that bomb unless they want to damage themselves again. I think signing against it for that reason. Rjri's getting out their way to go to that shop. It's quite far from the end. Don't think it was quite worth their time. Okay, go out of the way, but using a bomb to... Oh, there's a crack wall here. What they missed out on? Oh dear, that's the one shrine... One room, sorry, you were hoping to find in Rjri's position. So that's very unfortunate. They're not going to get a chance to transmog out of their build. Oh, I like the throw there from Cavalca. They realise the Trident is being a little bit irritated to use their Boost of Pain properly and one shot, well, sort of do the final shot, I should say, on Dead Ringer. So, trying to throw it there just so they could, but okay, at least Rjri found their second best option, which is this Conjurer. I really just call it second best just because you do struggle to actually... There's sort of a limit to how much you can use this before you get too much clutter. But yeah, it could be here for quite a while. Yeah, the transmog's just quite nice because you can obviously not get too many rings in front of you. And yeah, it feels like you sort of have to stop at this point, otherwise you're just changing your equipment the entire time. But they do have the much safer build now with the Explorer's boots. Monocle's going to be quite useful, just seeing what items I should pick up on. The electric dagger is obviously the prize pick as well, though Cavalca did get the same there, so not losing out. So, you know, wait, yeah, not taking that Shrine of Darkness it probably worked out in Cavalca's favour here, which is probably not that usual, but yeah, it can be hard to evaluate. I agree. You know, yeah, I think you often try to feel a sort of weakness in your build, but yeah, you can probably get a little bit too obsessed trying to perfect it versus just making progress with what you've got. Broadly on your some level of regen, some level of armor, some level of decent weapon. You know, the other parts are safety rails really, but yeah, it's tricky. Very race specific. Yeah, the Scoo Boots are definitely going to be a nice advantage for Rjri here. Should let them just catch up a bit where they can be a bit more aggressive with their movement. You can all see it here with Cavalca's end of this floor, just Goo being a bit in the way, but did handle it. Yeah, 100%. Chicken. Well, Tismal not being flawless, but I don't think they care at this point. Just moving on. That blood shovel might be a little bit of a difference for digging out the stage later. We'll see if it becomes a factor. See if nice using the Earth spell on Rjri's end to deal with Tismal. Using this blood shovel, just trying to get through, going through the stage rather than around the corridor to get out of here. Electric dagger, of course, one-shotting anything on the electric, so nice hit there for the Minotaur. And to be fair, they're catching up on Rjri's end, so this blood shovel could be the difference maker, where just brings them back. Back level, but we're out on the final one, and of course they have the mapping too, so they could in theory go more direct to the boss room here, and actually are. So it's going to get tied up beforehand. This is very weird though. This exit room. Oh, that was such a weird sort of set of. I think it's bounce traps. It was the sort of swarms, both left and right, and also they just sort of couldn't. No. The lightning dagger obviously conducting damage, but nothing else going to help him one shot those swarms. And then the eyeball was weirdly the fact that got them and almost travelled across the room to be the source of difficulty for them. Yeah, I sort of agree on that level too. Well, having said that, I agree with it on that level, but obviously Cavalca probably dying sooner. There was too much more proactive that blood shovel, but I think you're generally right. Necrodancer here then should be relatively safe. Got those 3 hearts of health, so and the armor, so that was a tiny bit of trouble, but no worries. So that's game 1. Cavalca. GG's both races though. I was Rjri was definitely making up the time, just sort of lacked beyond the heal spell, just lacked anything that was going to give him more consistent regen. So one room in the end that just caused him such problems. And them trying to be a bit more direct, getting out of for free. We'll wait for race 2 though. Not wasting too much time here though. Cavalca's already readied up. Rjri has readied up as well though, so no rest for the Wickeds. For the Wicked, I mean these 2 Necrodancer races. As we get going, I would say get going, but my keyboard's gone to sleep, so wake up. There you go. A few seconds late, but at least we have a source of time. Early crack wall. Will anything help break it open? Or are they going to judge it? Yeah, I'm going to go judge. Okay, well, I was going to say. Okay, I thought they were going to move the crate over, but of course didn't need to in the end because they found that spear. It's not a bad thing to try a throw kill with. We'll deal a lot more damage. Nice outcome here. They got plenty of health, so that's quite very unusual. Most healthiest blood shop I think I've ever seen. So no, you might be able to skip the food shop even, but we'll see if they find it. Small leads for Cavalca here. They just sort of making those decisions a little faster, I think, but margin is still very much very much a small margin. It's a Minotaur. Don't seem to be wasting any time exploring the floors, really. They're just getting going on Cavalca's end. Gonna get straight into Fortissimo. Can one shot with this spear. Nicely handled. Yes, a limited time collab, yes. It's weird that the collabs seem to result in the same thing of dying. The customer's never quite happy enough, but yes, the China being a fork, that's a good point. But both our races onto Zone 2. So I think both races just keeping this pace going. I see a little bit weird on Rjri's end. Might want to do more shopping, but very wary of how fast Cavalca is going. Just Might feel too pressured to actually spend the time. It is a nearby shop here. It's gonna be worth a look. I love that monocle pickup. I think monocles are my favourite items in games. It's just so useful. Especially when you get early, you can really inform where your build goes. It's definitely one of my top items. Obviously a blast arm, obviously, minus cap in my situation is better in the end. But even here, obviously, it just tells you what chest to go for, tells you if it's worthwhile. Go for probably a black orange chest, which you would never go for normally. So yeah, it's just such an interesting item. You can get a little bit of free mapping, etc. So yeah, just I'll make a big sales pitch on Monocle. But anyway, on to zone 3. Ooh, cat and enchant scroll, which could tempt you to try and see if you get a obs cat, but I don't think Cavalca's actually that interested. I think they just wanted that dash spell. There could be a little bit of variance coming up where Rjri might go for that, and then it probably is the faster weapon. It's definitely the harder weapon to use though, so if you are more concerned about safety, maybe you think Spear's a better choice. Free. What's in here? This is a battle, and to go get some armor, so it's worth the time. And again, that spear will do a quick job. So yes, Rjri has taken that cat. Can they make it run faster? We'll see. They would like to get one more point of damage from somewhere. Not sure where that source is going to be quite yet. Yeah, and you have to say the armor is it's a good point remembering that armor is probably a pretty sizable advantage for that cat. Just lets you take way more risk. You get way more sort of you can move and kill, etc. So yeah, it just works very nicely with it. Nice gigantism scroll pop here just to help you wrap up this room. Yeah, I think they might be too disappointed. Just the yes, it takes a little long to get into this battle room, but the pace of the beats and with that gigantism scroll actually probably taking out the bosses a little bit faster. But yeah, here is the blood shop. Not the best reward in terms of items here, so you gotta have to wait to really take advantage of that glutton charm. Monocle's gone for the blast helm. I like that swap. That's a nice swap. I think that's could be brilliant. Here is a potion that's going to provide some safety. So now we're basically even. I think we've seen the benefits of this cat. We've also seen the benefits of that blast helm. No worries about goblins blowing up in your face. So this is a nice push. And I got the potion, of course. So really, something has to go catastrophically wrong. Even got floaty boots, so I can't really see what's going to go wrong here for Rjri. This is me cursing him, I'm sure, but it's very good. Yeah, Cavalca trying to keep up, but definitely take a few hits along the way. But we are really a good floor difference now. I think they got a nice telemonkey on Rjri's end to really pace that, open the lead more. Nice death metal as well. The blood drum, remember to land. Yes, good. Not floating above the electric. They can just push straight to these exits. Nice fireballs, not to worry about the mini boss. Let's just see. Yep. It's Cavalca will get out. Actually, definitely taking some hits, but really using the health as a resource here. Who cares if you have full health? No one. As long as you survive at all. And of course, they have a potion in their pocket, so this is really theirs to lose, as they have a strong lead here. Go blood drum in. The ringer being okay. The skeleton was not the best place. Gonna have to. Oh, potion's gone. Potion's gone. Shield's broken. This has gone a bit off the rails. Nice. They did end up having to line up the blood drum there, but did manage it. Yeah, Cavalca did pop their potion too. I hadn't actually seen it. A little too distracted. Dead ringer going off the rails there, but that was a nice dead ringer. I think this might be a little too late though. Just only just getting in now. 2 hits at least before. Okay, the other bomb charms that was a bit faster, and that blast tail making a difference. But a blast tail did stop them getting a free first hit that the blood drum would have. Okay, can they dash their way to victory here? That's a good question. They could have dashed there, I think, and made it just in time, but no, it's too late. Unfortunately, this is going to be Rjri's win. GG's again, both races. That was a lovely race. Oh, the timer did nearly hit there. RTA had me stopping at the time a bit late, but I just inadvertently turned there. Loot off again, and Cavalca's end. There we go. Yeah, it was quite close. I was very impressed with Cavalca's blood magic use and really just accepting that damage. Accepting the potion usage, not forgetting they had it. Yeah, and yeah, did a great job keeping that competitive. Because yeah, I think that spear was too much of a disadvantage in the end. One of you slightly regret not taking the cat, but yeah, we do have to say Rjri did have that crazy 4-3 monkey. Definitely could have ended up different. So, but then the gambles you take sometimes to win these races. The races are already readied up, so no delays here as we get into race number 3. Off we go. Bomb. Nice to get early. Any spikes? Nope. Ooh, that was a nice, handy little bit of sort of luck for Rjri there. Just I think they managed to get the bomb on that ghost, and then get the barrel on that ghost, and then that's perfectly in line with the wall. But ironically, they didn't really need it in the end because the dragon's done the work anyway of digging out the blood shop. But they will at least get a chance just to see what's in this if they want to. No, you've got to check it, surely. Oh, okay, well, it's an apple. Okay, that's a shame. Wasn't worth the time. Well, it's also an apple for Cavalca, so they've each had their apples a day to keep the Necrodancer away. Courage ring though, so this could be a fast run for both. I would now say I wasn't necessarily on board that golden broadsword pickup, but now I definitely am for Cavalca. Should be pretty nice with this glass broadsword to get some free courage movement. Will be a bit snaggy as well, of course. They will want to get some more damage up a bit, but Deadbringer, hopefully they can line up blood kill. They can't quite. Sorry, when I say blood kill, I meant gold kill, but either would work. But did eventually manage to get the gold kill there. Blood shop. Ooh, cracked wall in 1-3. That was not seen by Cavalca. I like the placement of the bomb. I think a decent outcome, maybe not a great one. I mean, it could be alright with that. With the courage ring, that scimitar does sort of become a super courage, but only problem is you don't have enough money. So, Rjri not opting to kill Freddy there. But it could be a line I think would have been quite interesting. You'd have super courage really. Never take damage again. I mean that's slightly facetiously, but not really. Yeah, I think I might have too, but I don't know. It's a weird one where yeah. No, I probably would have. Yeah, well, maybe not. I don't know. It's a weird one where it's like obviously you're gonna probably find you might find a cat etc. at some point, and then you might want to change that. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, courage on 1 damage is ass. I agree with you. It's not great, but will be you still there? The gold kill for Conga. The Ops Broadsword, a nice little pickup for Rjri. That will be a sort of more consistent way of getting courage benefits. Yeah, carrot. Yeah, oh yeah. See what you mean? I hadn't noticed the carrot was being used with Gluttonous. I don't know if that was quite intentional. And the clap hit. Okay. Oh yeah, nicely handled. They're just getting to Conga on Rjri's side. Oh, ow, ow. Shield! Okay, didn't need shield. Managed to just about kill the enemy in time before getting clapped. Yeah, they need to find some damage up for this sword, or obviously replace the weapon in question. Hey! This would have been the downside of killing Freddy earlier. They are going to take it. They did get damaged by the coals though. I think they could have lined it up on the other side, but as long as they survive, no harm, no foul. It is nice, that is true. But no, yes, I agree with you. There's still no damage. It's still going to be quite well. I think they're doing a good job considering it got 1 damage, but probably just limiting the top end health. And like this is all a bit weird too, where you're going to have to kill these chest pieces slowly but surely. At least that lines up nicely for them. Yeah, it's definitely, I think, RJ's advantage with, well, they also found equivalent armor. Doesn't have the heavy properties, but debatable if you always want them. Yeah, I am impressed with how well Cavalca is playing this build, but you do sense they need to solve this weapon problem soon if they're going to keep this lead. Because one thing they do have the advantage of, I was about to say they could take Telly Monkeys without risk of their shield. That was not the best one for them though, so and didn't even use their shield anyway, so left themselves a risk. Nice shield usage there though to deal with that Dragon Fireball. But we're basically going to be neck and neck shortly. They just got to find a solution. I don't know where it's going to come from. They killed the shopkeeper, so no shopkeeper help. Got damage there, so they're in a bit of trouble now. One health. Is this going to save them? It's an interesting pickup. It does help with these Blade Masters, so I don't hate it, but still only 2 damage. They're not one-shotting things. And left a broadsword. I mean that the Ops broadsword is just so useful to get those get the bonus kills where you just sweep him. A nice use of the throwing the dagger and the blood drum to get that instant kill. So Rjri does have a small advantage back. can they just push this now? They do have shield, of course, so they do have methods of still being able to push fairly hard. The electric should come in their favour more and more here, so perhaps Zone 4 was the challenge for them. Zone 5 might be considerably easier. But they're so close to death. This is a well-timed hand, you have to say, but it is costing them time. We'll be able to dig out the stage a bit faster with that blood shovel. And this race, I say that really because this race is going to probably come down to very fine margins once again. Both players doing a great job just pushing with their respective builds, and sort of really impressing Rjri's, and Cavalca's end. Just that dagger being a little bit hard to work with, but using it very well. They of course can do the quick kill using the dagger as well, so this is going to be a nice quick kill and dead ringer. So it is their advantage. So blood shovel here will be able to dig out this. Dig a bomb, I think, here and then do it. Yeah. No. No. Have they forgotten they got it? Or are they just being conservative? I think I would have. I think I'll be digging. I think I'll be digging here. I don't know if you've got time for that, but it looks like they've judged it all right. Oh, not the best teleports actually. So it's suddenly becoming very close again. Oh, oh, not the best freeze. Oh, this is so close. That's a better teleport on Cavalca's end. This is going to go literally down to the wire. Both going in the corner. This is going to come down to whatever time bit stream delay there is. It's a 9:18.99. It is RJ wins. Wow, what a race! Yeah. It was blood shovel. I did say it as it was going on. I think blood shovel was the difference. I'm guessing it wasn't intentional to be using bombs there, and yeah, they had the tool to make that faster, and they did not take it. But not going to detract at all from their race. Either of their races, brilliant race between the two. Very fast, especially considering how well they. What is it? Oh, that's my phone. Oh, okay. Thank you, UK government. Just telling me about the bad weather. No, it's unfortunately it's we finally got the no, that was yeah, it was my phone as well. Yeah. No, yeah. Sorry, those in the UK, you'll probably just heard exactly the same thing as I did. Yeah, where we're getting warned about. Unfortunately, we're getting a few wildfires in the UK due to the hot weather. So I think it's a UK-wide one. Just unfortunately, a few places in the UK having quite bad issues. But touch wood, nowhere near me. No, we've been in probably the hottest summer. Yeah, it's the hottest summer on record. Yep, has happened unfortunately a few fires that have burned homes, etc. Almost a bit California-esque, but yeah. Anyway, not an issue, at least on my end for now. But touch wood. But yeah, that's the race wrapped up. Anyway, GG's to both races. A little break again now before 8 o'clock, where we've got triple bill. Goose Custom, Morokonda, Rjri Mewtwo versus Pre-Weights, and Abu Yazan versus Rin and Tonic. I'm actually just going to check if there's any more, because it might be 4 and might just been cut off. Nope. I've got the wrong view up, but hope you can sort of just see. There's a fair number of races this evening. So anyway. Some very big races. I'm going to wrap up here though. try and cool down in this heat. But might be back later. Probably not for one of those 8 car races. One or two other things to do during that time. But yeah, have a nice. Yeah, I never know how to close these because I'm normally back a bit later. So ciao for now.